shooting outdoors with glare washing out your monitor? Let me show you a tiny monitor that punches way above its weight. Bright, punchy, OLED visuals, 4K support, and full exposure tools packed into a sleek 7-inch frame. This is probably my favorite monitor I've used so far. You about to find out why. Welcome to FlashFilm Academy, where we teach creators how to build a business and not just another portfolio. You're watching Flash 5 series, where we unbox tools and ask 5 questions to get to one answer. Can you make money with the DestView OL7 field monitor? So forget about gear envy. We care about gear that pays. Today we're walking through the DestView OL7 to see if it's worth stacking in your kit. You may want to stick around because I'm going to show you how this $329 monitor may simplify your workflow and cut setup time, as well as look stunning. Now, this is provided to me by DeskView, and if it's a flop, if it's trash, you know I'm gonna tell you it's trash, because we don't want trash. We want to make some money. First, let's start with the key features. 7-inch OLED panel that's 1080p and 160-degree viewing angle. Pure blacks, razor contrast from that 100,000:1 ratio, and nearly full DCI P3 color gamut. It offers 1200 nits peak brightness with ambient light sensor for auto adjustment. Yes, auto adjustment. This thing is real visible in bright daylight. Now, the input is 4K 60 HDMI input. Now, the monitor says it has 4K 60 pass-through, because I know it supports 4K in, and it supposedly has 4K out. I know the screen is only 1080p, so know the difference. A lot of these monitors screaming 4K just means that they can accept 4K. It don't mean the screen 4K. So know the difference. What I do like about it is its built-in pro monitoring tools: waveform, vectorscope, histogram, focus peaking, false color, and you can add 3D LUTs. That's pretty dope. It's rugged, ultra thin aluminum alloy body with rubber corner bumpers for field durability. Listen, this is a big deal. This monitor, when you look at it, it's on another level, fam. I just want to tell you that, but we're gonna keep going. And let me say this: if you got questions about this or want to know about this, post it in the comments. If I get enough questions, I'll do a follow-up video. Also in the comments, what pro tool do you use most on monitors? I'm just curious. Let's talk about the pros, and some of them are things I already mentioned, but I want to say these are my pros, what I like about it. First things first, OLED color and contrast feels next level. No black crush. Superb detail. It is one of the clearest, brightest, prettiest monitors you will ever see, and this includes all your high-end BS out there, all your $1,200, $2,000 monitors. I have yet to see few that can compete with this little bitty cheap monitor, or what you perceive as cheap because you may not know the brand. This mug is no joke. It's no joke. They sent me one that's HDMI. I'm going to buy me one that's SDI so I can use it with my Reds. It's easy to see in the daylight because of the 1200 nit brightness. I got another monitor that's 2000 nit brightness, but it's not OLED, and this one looks better than that one. Way better. This has 4K support, so again, it keeps your setup future ready, and all the pro monitoring tools, real monitoring tools, you need that information. It has a premium build, and it's light but tough. And at $329, it is an affordable steal for what it delivers. Let me be straight. This monitor, put it up against a small HD. Go for it. Put it up against a more expensive monitor. If it's not OLED, it's gonna get crushed. Any monitor you can pick. If it's not OLED, it's going to get crushed easily. OLED is a game changer for monitors. It just gives you so much more detail and clarity. You feel like going back to your old monitor, you feel like something wrong with your eyes. Like, I'm blurry? OLED is a game changer for monitors. Like I said, because you can see everything. You can see so much detail in the shadows. It's hard, I can't show you, I gotta explain it to you. But let's get to the cons, because there are some cons. OLED screens can suffer from burn-in over time, especially with static objects. I don't think that's gonna be a problem, but just be mindful of it. Next is no touchscreen interface, relying on buttons that may slow down remote operation. Next, and this is something that not really a problem, but in the future it may be, no SDI. Means it's strictly HDMI only monitor. Man, if somebody give me an NDI monitor, why haven't we got an NDI monitor yet? I think that's dope. Listen, Sony and all y'all, it's 2 things I want y'all to add to cameras, especially video cameras: NDI and 32-bit float. Add them two. I don't care. The A7S 5, 4, add them two things to it. I need that. All right, let's talk about who and when is this for. It's perfect for one-person crews. Small teams need accurate framing and exposure. Think run and gun shoots, documentaries, hybrid shoots, or solo commercial work. Let me ask you a question in the comments below. Keep it real. Have you ever blown a shot because your monitor was washed out? Man, I almost lost a client because there was a Coca-Cola bottle in the background and they didn't like it. So I had to go, like, I don't say Photoshop it out, but that's pretty much what I did. All because I didn't see it in the monitor. It was way in the back. It wasn't like close. We would shoot in shallow depth of field, yada, yada, yada. It was way in the back, but it was one red sticking out. And I'm like, dang, on the monitor, it don't look that bad. But when I start popping colors, you can see it. Now let's talk about the benefit to the client, because you may think a monitor don't benefit the client, but it do, because you consistently exposing professional visuals, even outdoors. It cut down on shoot time with built-in exposure tools like waveform, false color, faster transitions, and less retouching. Its compact and rugged design reduces weight and equipment footprint for clients. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if your client look over your shoulder at your monitor and see this monitor, your footage is going to look polished and it's gonna look real good. The client gonna be really happy seeing what they see on this monitor. They have no idea it's not gonna look this good on their monitor because they probably got a cheap monitor. So let me give you my final thoughts. The DestView OL7 is a standout field monitor with blazing OLED quality. It's bright, durable, fully equipped, and priced right. If you need the ruggedness, 4K, and pro features without breaking your back, and you want a screen that's just like, mwah, it's a smart upgrade. And if you need SDI, they make an SDI version. A little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth it. In fact, that's the one I plan on buying. It's only $399. I'm getting 2 of them. I love this. I may get another one for my Sony kit, but man, this is my favorite monitor to date. The only monitor, or I guess you can call it monitor, that's comparable to this is the YOLOBOX Extreme. Those two OLED monitors, man, they're sick. Once you go OLED, you can't go back to nothing else. When you look at the picture on 2 different screens, like, OLED just reveals more of the color and how things are seen in the dark areas. You know, it's just way better, way more dynamic range, way more. That's why I like this monitor. And come on, for that price, the average price for a good monitor was like $1,500, like 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Like the really good monitors were like $1,000. This is a really good monitor. The only thing more you can want is a screen that's 4K, but I don't think it's a make or break thing. And maybe I need to see them side by side. But for what this offer for the price, it's one of the monitors that's gonna blow you away. When you cut it on, it's better than you think it look. I'm gonna say that. It's better than you think it look, because that's how I felt. Like, damn. I was like, who, this company putting out this? Yeah, DestView came to play. They came to play for real. They understood the assignment on this one. So check it out, link in the description. As always, when you're ready to build a business and not just another portfolio, consider joining FlashFilm Academy, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Hi everyone, my name is Carlos Cribero, owner of Brothers of the Lens. And before joining FlashFilm Academy, the most I ever charged for a project was maybe $800. Today, that number is over $50,000 with lifetime sales of over $400,000. Is FlashFilmAcademy.com worth it? You tell me. Since then, I've left my job, I work for myself, and I was able to buy my own home. Yeah, it's worth it.